it is Friday. I changed rooms in my house. You can see my 3 kids behind me, and I'm sitting on my couch. My couch is my favorite place to read stories, so I thought I'd change it up a little bit. I'm glad that you're here today. Thanks for watching. I have my fun hat on today. I think I look a little bit like a clown in it, but it's fun, so I'm wearing it. Oh, how are you guys today? I'm really excited that you guys are here. I love it when you come to story time. I have a shout out, and this is a super special shout out today because it is to my 3 children. I'm doing a shout out to my 3 kids, Will, CJ, Gabby, because I think they're awesome. I love each one of them for who God is making them to be. I love Will. He's the big brother, and he just is so funny. He makes me laugh all the time, and I like talking to him. And CJ's a goofball. He's so silly, and his brain is always working and trying to figure stuff out, and I love that about him. And Gabby, she's so loving. She loves to love on her dog and play with her stuffed animals, and she loves to have tea parties. So I just love each of them for the people that God is making them to be. So my shout out today goes to Will, CJ, and Gabby. I love you guys. Oh, thanks for being here, guys. I'm excited. So today, it's me reading a Bible story, and then we have Mike, Rachel, and Hannah singing a very, very fun song, and then Melissa is going to read some stories to you. One of the stories she's reading was one of my favorite books when I was little. It's kind of long, but I used to make my mom read it all the time. I'll tell you which one it is after story time because I don't want to give it away. It's such a fun book, though. I love it, love it, love it. We read it at our house, too. So I'm glad she's reading it. And the other book she's reading, we read all the time at our house right now. I love her book choices. So you will, too. So we are learning about Moses. If you remember, if you've watched other story times, we learned about Moses being in a basket. And here's his sister Miriam watching. And these we learned are the princess's arms. And the princess found him in the river and saved him. And now he was living with the princess. And then he grew up. And he left Egypt. And he lived in the mountains. And he took care of sheep. He was a farmer. He was a shepherd. Shepherds are people who take care of sheep. So, and then he saw a bush that was burning because God was in it. And God was talking to him through the bush. And they went to Egypt. And Moses said, "Let my people go." And Pharaoh said, "No way." And then all these bad things happened to him because they said no. And the last thing that happened was a holiday that the Jewish people celebrate, and it is called Passover. And that was because they remember when they passed over the Egyptians' houses because they did what God said, but they didn't pass over the Egyptians' houses. So they passed over the Israelites' houses, but not the Egyptians' houses. And that was sad for the Egyptians because then their firstborn sons died, and that was sad. So the Israelites or the Jewish people remember that, and they celebrate Passover. But today we're going to learn about the Great Escape. Whoa. So we are reading from the Adventure Bible Storybook by Catherine DeVise and Jim Matson. Here we go. A long, long line of God's people walked out of Egypt towards the Red Sea. Hundreds and thousands of Hebrews were free at last. Yay! They're free at last. As Moses led God's people into the desert, they thought about the long, hard years they had spent making bricks and working in the fields. Look at them all. They're remembering how they were slaves, and now they're free. Yay! What's going to happen? A girl hugged her doll close as she walked in the middle of the crowd. Her mother held her hand as they caught up with their family. Suddenly, their thoughts were interrupted. Was that thunder? A storm on the way? It couldn't be. There wasn't a storm cloud in the sky. Then they saw an enormous blanket of sand rising up from the desert floor. Pharaoh's army was coming! Hundreds of soldiers in thundering chariots were following close behind. Oh no! Pharaoh changed his mind again. There they are. Everybody's leaving. Pharaoh said, "Get out! Get out!" But then he changed his mind and he said, "Soldiers, go get them!" So they were leaving. And then look at that. Do you see that up there? Do you see it up here? Whoa. That's pretty crazy. That's all the sand coming up from the soldiers. Whoa. Pharaoh had more than 600 chariots in his army. So in Exodus 14:13 it says, "Don't be afraid. Stand firm. You will see how the Lord will save you today." Oh, I like that. Let's read that again. Are you ready? Don't be afraid. Stand firm. You will see how the Lord will save you today. So they left Egypt. But then that Pharaoh changed his mind again. And you know what? God has a plan, though. I'm going to tell you that. Monday, we'll read some more of this. We'll see what his plan is. Even though it seems like maybe it's not good because they have 600 chariots coming after them, promise you something good's going to happen. We've been talking about that a lot, but if you haven't been at Storytime before, that's okay too, because we'll talk about it today. That sometimes in our lives, things feel weird or not right, or we don't think it's going to work out. But you know what? God always has a plan for us, even if we don't see it right away. So just like the Israelites were like, we're finally leaving, yay! And then they were like, there's soldiers coming after us. God's got this. He's got a big plan for them. So it's going to be awesome. I can't wait for you to come on Monday and to hear the rest of the story. Or more of the story. It's a long story. We're going to hear a little bit more of it. We're breaking it down, right? Little bits. I'm really glad that you guys are here. Let's pray. Dear Jesus, thank you so much for everybody who is watching today. Thank you for always having a plan for us. Thank you for helping us to be good brothers and sisters and sons and daughters. Just help us to have a great weekend with our families and to enjoy everything you have given us. In your name we pray. Amen. Amen, boys and girls. Oh, that's a good story. I wonder what's going to happen. What do you think? What do you think might happen? I don't know. All right. So Mike and Rachel are going to sing us a song. I love this song. You will too. And then Melissa's going to read us some stories. And then I'll be back at the end. All right. We'll talk to you guys soon. Enjoy.
Hey, CC Kids. It's Mike and Rachel and Hannah here. Say, hi, Hannah. Hello. We're going to sing you guys one of your favorite songs that I know you guys do in CC Kids called Every Move I Make. So sing along with us. Every move I make, I'm making you. You make me move, Jesus. Every breath I take, I breathe in you. Every step I take in you. You are my lead, Jesus. Every breath I take, I breathe in you. Singing ways of mercy, ways of grace. Everywhere I look, I see your face. Your love has captured me. Oh, my
Hello, boys and girls. I'm so excited to see you in this. I'm sitting here in my kitchen, and I am Melissa. I'm the director of elementary ministry at Christ Church, and I get the privilege of reading a book to you today. So I was thinking we could start with Bear's Loose Tooth. I love this. I love all the stories. In fact, I have a pile of books here that I hope I can read to you guys. So I'm excited for this opportunity. And this one is called Bear's Loose Tooth, and I think it originally belongs to Abby. From a cave in the forest came a munch, munch, crunch, as Bear and his friends all nibbled on their lunch. Bear savored every bite. He gulped and he gobbled. Then there in his mouth something wiggled and it wobbled. Uh-oh. As Bear nibbled food, something moved when he chewed. It was Bear's loose tooth. Dun, dun, dun. Bear pointed in his mouth and he said, "Oh dear, my tooth feels funny. It's the one right here." Bear frowned and he worried. Tears welled in his eyes. "But how will I eat if my tooth says goodbye?" Hare said, "Open wide." Then he looked inside and he saw Bear's loose tooth. Look at all his friends examining his mouth. They're like having a party, looking at Bear's loose tooth. I'm gonna go down here. Mouse squeaked, "Don't fret, don't fuss. Look, see, a new tooth will grow where the old used to be." There he is. "We'll help," said Wren. "I know what to do. It's out with the old and in with the new." There he is. Wren perched on Bear's lip, and he got a good grip on Bear's loose tooth. Oh no, oh no, oh no, he's gonna pull it out. Oh. Wren pulled on the tooth with all of his might. "Is it out?" asked Bear. But it stayed stuck tight. "Nope, not out yet." "I'm a bit too small for the job," said Wren. So Owl grabbed the tooth, but the tooth stayed in. Look at Owl trying to pull. Get that tooth out. Badger said, "I'll try," and he gave a big pry on Bear's loose tooth. Look at all of them. They're forming a line trying to pull out Bear's tooth. Here we go. Can you see them all? They all took a turn, but the tooth wouldn't budge. Then Bear used his tongue and he gave a little nudge. His tooth wiggled to and fro. Then what do you know? See, he's right there, wiggling his tooth. Gave a little nudge, wiggling that tooth. Bear's tooth fell out. Look, there it is in the grass, that big old bear tooth. Bear danced a great big dance. Look, he's dancing. And Bear grinned, a great bear grin. Bear held up his tooth, and he showed all of his friends. Can you see it's a little white tooth? He's like, here's my tooth, here it is, here it is. Bear looked in the mirror, and he laughed at his smile. A new tooth would come, but it might take a while. He's got a gap where his tooth was. That night in bed, right next to his head, lay Bear's loose tooth. See it? I think he's got it on that plate. While he slept and he snored, a fairy fluttered in. She left blueberries where Bear's tooth had been. Blueberries. Aw, there's a sleeping bear. He woke in the morning and found the sweet treat. Bear's friends came for breakfast and they sat down to eat. Bear gulped and he gobbled and he felt something wobble. Uh-oh. What's gonna happen? Oh, I love this page. Bear's loose tooth. Look at him. He's so cute. There he is. And all of his friends, there they are. They're like, oh, it's gonna happen again. Ah! Okay, so this book was by Karma Wilson and Jane Chapman. And it's called Bear's Loose Tooth. It's a good book. Okay, the next book I'm going to read is called Interrupting Chicken. And do you see the little boy chicken? He says, this book is called Interrupting Chicken, right, Papa? And he says, yes. Now, please don't interrupt the story. This book is by David Ezra Stein. And we love this book. I used to love reading this to my girls. Okay. It's a very funny book. Interrupting Chicken by David Ezra Stein. It was bedtime for Little Red Chicken. He's very tired. It's time for him to go to bed. And then Papa says, okay, my little chicken, says Papa. Are you all ready to go to sleep? Yes, Papa, but you forgot something. What's that? Asked Papa. A bedtime story. See, there's Little Red Chicken's bedroom. All right, said Papa. I'll read one of your favorite stories. And of course, you're not going to interrupt. Oh no, you're not going to interrupt the story tonight, are you? Oh no, Papa. I'll be good, says Little Red Chicken. No interrupting, I promise. So Papa starts to read Hansel and Gretel. There's a picture of Hansel and Gretel. And this is how the story goes. Hansel and Gretel were very hungry deep in the woods. They found a house made of candy. Nom, 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 nom. Nibble, nibble, nibble. They began to eat the house until the old woman who lived there came out and said, "What lovely children! Why don't you come inside?" They were just about to follow her when... Dun, dun, dun. Out jumped a Little Red Chicken and she said, "Don't go in! She's a witch! She's a witch!" See? Here's the silly Little Red Chicken. And what's she doing? She's interrupting the story. So, Hansel and Gretel didn't. The end. Little Red Chicken. Look at Daddy's face. Papa's face. looking out at Little Red Chicken over the book. Chicken? Yes, Papa? You interrupted the story. Try not to get so involved. I'm sorry, Papa, but she really was a witch. She really was. Well, you're supposed to be relaxing so you can fall asleep. Let's try another story. I'll be good. So they start reading Little Red Riding Hood. What do you think is going to happen? See, there's the story of Little Red Riding Hood. There's the big bad wolf and Little Red Riding Hood. It says this. Take this basket of goodies to Grandma, said Little Red Riding Hood's mother, but don't stray from the path. The woods are full of danger. Red Riding Hood skipped along through the deep woods. By and by she met a wolf who wished her good morning. She was about to answer when... What's going to happen? Out jumped Little Red Chicken and she said, "Don't talk to strangers." Look at Little Red Chicken. Don't talk to strangers. Oops, I'm showing you the wrong page there. Don't talk to strangers, she said. And then she said, so Little Red Riding Hood didn't. The end. Oh, that Little Red Chicken. Look at Papa's face now. Chicken? Yes, Papa? You did it again. You interrupted 2 stories and you're not even asleep. Oh, Papa's getting frustrated. I know, Papa. I'm sorry. But he was a mean old wolf. What could I do? So Papa says this to Little Red Chicken. Yes, now get back into bed. Okay, Papa, let's try one more little story and I'll be good. Can Little Red Chicken do it? So Papa decides to read Chicken Little. See, there it is. And there's the story, Chicken Little. Chicken Little was hit on the head by an acorn. The sky is falling, she thought. She was about to run off and warn Goosey, Lucy, Ducky, Lucky, Henny Penny, and everyone on the farm that the sky was falling. When out jumped Little Red Chicken! And she said, "Don't panic, it was just an acorn." So Chicken Little didn't. The end. See? Don't panic, it was just an acorn. Oh, poor Papa. Chicken? Yes, Papa? You did it again. Look at Papa. He's very frustrated now. Here he is. Oh, Papa, I couldn't let that little chicken go all upset over an acorn. Please read one more story and I promise I'll fall asleep. But Chicken, said Papa, we're out of stories. Oh no, they're out of stories. Oh no, Papa, I can't go to sleep without a story. Then, said Papa, yawning, why don't you tell me a story? Let's see what Chicken Little comes up with. Me tell a story, said the Little Red Chicken. Okay, Papa, here goes. See, Papa, he's so tired. He's yawning. Oh, and Little Red Chicken's going to come up with a story to tell Papa. Oh, this is cute. Bedtime for Papa by Chicken. See that? She drew Papa. Once there was a little red chicken who put her Papa to bed. She read him 100 stories, then she gave him warm milk, but nothing worked. He stayed wide awake all... Papa? Papa? Good night, Papa. Look, she's patting Papa on the head. Good night, Papa. Good night. The end. And here you can see little red chicken and her papa fall nicely asleep together in the bed. I wonder how many of you guys have parents who put you to bed and end up falling asleep in the bed with you. Does that ever happen? It used to happen all the time to me when I was putting my kids to bed. I could still fall asleep in bed with them if they needed me to put them to bed. This next story I used to read growing up. I love it. It's a little bit longer, so I saved it for last. It's called Tiki Tiki Tembo. And do you see that? It's about a family. And it is actually, I think it is a sort of a traditional Chinese story, because at the top it says it's retold by Arlene Moselle and illustrated by Blair Lent. So I think it's a story that's been around for a long time, but it was retold in this version by Arlene Moselle and illustrated by Blair Lent. Tiki Tiki Tembo. And it kind of has like a rhythm to it, like a song. So here is the great house on the hill. And here is the story. Once upon a time, a long, long time ago, it was custom for all the fathers and mothers in China to give their first honored sons great, long names. But second sons were given hardly any name at all. In a small mountain village, there lived a mother who had 2 little sons. Her second son she called Chang, which meant little or nothing. But her first and honored son she called Tiki Tiki Tembo, No Sa Rembo, Cherry Berry Ruchi Pip Perry Pembo, which meant the most wonderful thing in the whole wide world. See her son there playing with his kite? Well, there we go. Son and a kite. Every morning, there you go. Every morning, the mother went to wash in a little stream near her home. The 2 boys always went chattering along with her. On the bank there was an old well. Don't go near the well, warned the mother, or you will surely fall in. You see the boys? They're headed up the little hill there towards the well. Of course. The boys did not always mind their mother, and one day they were playing beside the well and on the well when Chang fell in. Oh no. So, Tiki Tiki Tembo, No Sarembo, Cherry Berry Ruchi, Pip Perry Pembo ran as fast as his little bitty legs would carry him, and he to his mother and said, Most honorable mother, Chang has fallen into the well. The water roars, little blossom, I cannot hear you, said the mother. Then Tiki Tiki Tembo, No Sarembo, Cherry Berry Ruchi, Pip Perry Pembo raised his voice and cried, Oh, most honorable one, Chang has fallen into the well. That troublesome boy, answered the mother. Run and get the old man with the ladder to fish him out. Poor Chang. Then Tiki Tiki Tembo, No Sarembo, Cherry Berry Ruchi, Pip Perry Pembo ran as fast as his little legs could carry him to the old man with the ladder and said, Old man with the ladder, Chang has fallen into the well. Will you come and fish him out? So, said the old man with the ladder, Chang has fallen into the well. And he ran as fast as his old legs could carry him. Step over step he went into the well, picked up little Chang, and step over step, brought him out of the well. He pumped the water out of him. See there? He's pumping the water out of him. And he pushed the air into him and pumped the water out of him and pushed the air into him, and soon Chang was just as good as ever. There he is, feeling all right again. Oh, look. It's a great celebration, the great parade. Might even be Chinese New Year. See all the kids celebrating with their kites and the big dragon kite. Now, for several months, the boys did not go near the well. But after the festival of the 8th moon, that's what party it was the festival of the 8th moon, they ran to the well to eat their rice cakes. Oh, look at what they're doing. Do you see them? They're standing on the well. They're playing around the well. Uh-oh, what do you think is going to happen? Uh-oh, there we see it. It says they ate near the well, they played around the well, they walked on the well, and Tiki Tiki Tembo, Nosa Rembo, Cherryberry Ruchi, Pipberry Pembo fell into the well. Oh no, oh no. Chang ran as fast as his little legs could carry him. Do you see poor Chang there? He is running to his mother who's washing clothes. And this is what Chang says. Oh, most honorable mother, Tiki Tiki Tembo, Nosa Rembo, Cherryberry Ruchi, Pipberry Pembo has fallen into the well. The water roars, little one. I cannot hear you. So little Chang took a deep breath. Oh, most honorable mother, he panted. Tiki Tiki Tembo, Nosa Rembo, Cherryberry Ruchi, Pipberry Pembo has fallen into the well. Tiresome child, what are you trying to say? Said his mother. So this is what Chang says. Honorable mother, Cherryberry Rembo, Tiki Tiki, he gasped, Pip Pip has fallen into the well. Unfortunate son, surely the evil spirits have bewitched your tongue. Speak your brother's name with reverence, she said. Look at, there is Tiki Tiki Tembo, Nosa Rembo, Cherryberry Ruchi, Pipberry Pembo at the bottom of the well. So poor little Chang was all out of breath. He couldn't do it anymore. See, there he is. He's pointing. He was all out of breath from saying that great long name, and he didn't think he could say it one more time. But then he thought of his brother in the old well. And there's his brother hanging out at the bottom of the well, just chilling at the bottom of the well, waiting to be rescued. Chang bowed his little head. You got to see this picture. I love this. He bowed his little head so close to the sand. See, he's bowing way back, as far as he can bow. And then he took a deep breath and slowly, very slowly said, Most honorable mother, Tiki Tiki Tembo, Nosa Rembo, Cherryberry Ruchi, Pipberry Pembo is at the bottom of the well. Oh, not my first and honored son, heir of all that I possess. Run quickly and tell the old man with the ladder that your brother has fallen into the well. So Chang ran as fast as his little legs would carry him to the old man with the ladder. Under a tree, the old man with the ladder sat bowed and silent. Old man, shouted Chang, come right away. Tiki, tiki, tembo, no sarembo, cherry, berry, ruchi, pip, perry, pembo has fallen into the stone well. And you see the old man? He's up there at the top of the hill. And look, there's Chang on the bridge, yelling up to the old man. But there was no answer. Puzzled, he waited. Then, with his very last bit of breath, see, there he is with the old man. Looks like the old man is dreaming. He shouted, Old man with the ladder, tiki tiki tembo, no sarembo, cherry berry ruchi, pip perry pembo is at the bottom of the well. Miserable child, you disturb my dream. I had floated into a purple mist and found my youth again. There were glittering gateways and jeweled blossoms. If I close my eyes, perhaps I will again return. That's what the old man was dreaming of. Poor little Chang was frightened. Poor little Chang, he was so frightened. How could he say that great long name again? Please, old man with the ladder, please help my brother out of the cold well. So, said the old man with the ladder, your mother's precious pearl has fallen into the well. See, there's the old man. Chang's trying to pull that big old ladder. So here you can see a picture, and finally Chang has convinced the old man to come down from the hill and to cross the bridge and to go into the town so that he can get to the well where Chang's mother is with tiki tiki tembo no sarembo cherry berry ruchi pip berry pembo. I said it. The old man with the ladder hurried as fast as his old legs could carry him. Step over step, step over step, he went into the well, and step over step, step over step, out of the well with that little boy in his arms. Then he pumped the water out of him and pushed the air into him, and pumped the water out of him and pushed the air into him. But little tiki tiki tembo, no sarembo, cherry berry ruchi, pip perry pembo, had been in the water so long, all because of his great, long name, that the moon rose many times before he was quite the same again. And from that day to this, the Chinese have always thought it wise to give their children short, little names instead of great, long names. You see, there he is in bed. There's the old man coming to check on him. There's Tiki Tiki Tembo no Sarembo Cherry Berry Ruchi Pip Perry Pembo's mom and Chang sitting beside him while he's in bed. And the last picture, the man, there's the kites flying. The man is back on the hill, overlooking the town and the river and the stream and the well. The end. I had so much fun reading with you guys today. Why don't you put down in the comments which of the books you liked the best and whether or not you've read any of these books before. I'd love to hear back from you. So you guys have a great day and enjoy spending time with your families. Love you. Bye.
Welcome back. Ollie and I are here. Ollie is trying to look at all of you guys. He doesn't want to miss anybody at story time. That was a good story time, right, Ollie? One of my favorites. Did you guess which book was my favorite? It was the Tiki Tiki Tembo one. I read the book all the time when I was little. All the time. And the one that we read at our house all the time right now is Interrupted Chicken. We find her so funny. Wait, don't go in the house. There's a witch in there. But this is so silly. She's such a silly bird. And Mike, Rachel, and Hannah, that every move I make, I'm making you. You make me move. Jesus, we love dancing to that song here. I hope you guys got up and danced while they were singing. So thank you to Mike, Rachel, and Hannah. Thank you to Melissa. Great choices today, Melissa. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. It's already Friday, which means Sunday's almost here. Yay! It'll be exciting when we can say Sunday's here and we can go back to church. Yay! But until then, you can watch all of our CC Kid videos online at christchurchmequon.life. All of the videos are the Ollie videos are there. He has good stories for us this month, so make sure you check them out. And the 252 kids are that elementary watchers upstairs. They're on there too. So make sure you guys check those out. I have a link posted in here, so it makes it easy. If you're on Facebook, it makes it easy to do it. If you are watching me on YouTube, just make sure you go to christchurchmequon.life, and it will be right there for you. Guys, have a great weekend. And I want you to remember that Jesus loves you. And you, and you, and you, and you, and you. He loves each one of you, just the way you are. He made you the person that you're supposed to be. And that makes me happy because I'm getting to know each one of you. And I think God did a great job because all of you are awesome. So I hope you have a great weekend. Don't forget to check out church on Sunday at 8, 9, and 10:30. And just be awesome. You already are. Have a great weekend. I'll miss you. I love you. Goodbye.